Hello guys, good day and welcome to another episode of Happenings with Delicious Lola. My name is Omolola Ibitui. It's been a while and I'm so happy to be back. On behalf of myself and my crew, we are very sorry for the long break. I know a lot of people called and they were like, Lola, what's happening? We don't get to hear from you again. Is that the end of Happenings with Delicious Lola? No, it is not the end of Happenings with Delicious Lola. We just went on a little break, kind of, and I am so glad to be back right now. Like, I am so happy to be back right now. Thank you so much, guys, for those of you who kept checking. I really appreciate it. From now henceforth, Happenings with Delicious Lola is officially back. Like, we're officially back. No more breaks. On today's episode, I'll be talking about hate speech. Before I move to the topic proper, I would like us to understand what hate speech is all about. Hate speech is a public speech that expresses hate or violence towards a person or a group based on something as race, religion, or sexual orientation. The internet makes it possible for anyone who has access to the internet to become a publisher automatically. Journalists work hard to learn to get the truth of the matter. They don't just publish anyhow. They have laws and ethics guiding them. But the social media has made everyone a publisher. Journalists, whenever they source for news, they always make sure it is credible before putting it up for the general public. People just put up whatever they feel like they want to put up on the social media, and then people believe in it. Before you know, they start exchanging words, and then this group is quarreling, that group is quarreling. Yorubas are insulting Hausas, Hausas are insulting Yorubas, Igbos are insulting. You know, it's just so alarming, like what the social media is doing. I am not against the social media, I'm not against the internet, but the truth of the matter is, it is doing more harm, it is doing more damage than repair to our society. People do not know the damage that hate speech can do to a country, especially in our Nigeria. You see people, everyone is a publisher. If you have access to the internet, you're free. You can publish whatever you feel you can publish. You can talk anyhow. You can insult the government. You can insult other people's religion. You can insult other people's race. You can just do whatever you like simply because you have an access to the internet, and then you can post rubbish to social media. Have we ever thought of what this hate speech can do? Hate speech can cause violence. And once there is violence, definitely there will be war. And once there is war, people will die. I watch war movies and then I shed tears. Not to talk of when war is happening in our country. How would you feel? You can't even get food to eat. The money you have, you can't even spend it. I see no reason why we have peace and then we are using our own hands to look for war. I'm sure the way some people want this war, if there's a way they can even go and buy this war, they will use their last kobo to buy the war. But let me ask you guys something. Is that the solution for the country to move forward? I really do not understand why somebody would just sit there and say, this part of the country they are bad and this part of the country they are evil. We do not have natural disasters in Nigeria. Everything is going on smoothly. We enjoy ourselves in this country. And I'm so surprised we that like enjoyment the same way we want war. We want the country to be divided. Those who have seen war, they do not want it again. Ojeko said, the first war in Nigeria was a mistake. And the second shouldn't even happen again. So why do we want war? When the warlord says that himself, and then we still want war in this country. I don't know, some people will just sit down in their houses and then they'll just use the social media to write different kind of rubbish they want to write. We need to start thinking of something positive for our country. We don't just sit down and use our own hands to destroy our country. What legacy do we want to leave behind for our children if all we just want is war, 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 war? I was actually reading one of Franklin Roosevelt's write-up about war. He said in his words, I have seen war. I have seen war on land and sea. I have seen blood running from the wounded. I have seen men coughing out their gassed lungs. I have seen the dead in the mud. I have seen cities destroyed. I have seen 200 limping, exhausted men come out of line. The survivors of a regiment of 1,000 that went forward 48 hours before. I have seen children starving. I have seen the agony of mothers and wives. I hate war. And we just woke up one morning. I don't even know what brought about all of these things. Some people want the country to be divided. Some want this, some want that. The Yorubas want this, the Igbos want this. Why are we like this in Nigeria? We don't have any natural disasters. We don't have anything troubling us. We are the ones using our hands to trouble ourselves. Why don't we use the social media to preach about love, peace, to build our country, to promote our country in the eyes of the Western world? We could improve ourselves using the social media. Not using it to destroy ourselves, not using it to destroy our country. I think the government should make it their duty to educate the young ones, to tell them about history, what really happened, to understand the reasons why certain things came up, to understand the reasons why there was war 50 years ago, and to understand the reasons why we do not need another war again right now in Nigeria. About media owners and practitioners too. They try to practice good journalism and impose sanctions on any member who publishes or broadcasts hate speech. I also think that the National Orientation Agency and community leaders should campaign against hate speech. In the same vein, internet service providers should be encouraged to bring down blogs and websites that publish or promote or give space for the expression of hate speech. That really do us good in this country. Raising awareness about hate speech and its consequences is also very important, because if people do not understand what hate speech is all about and the consequences, they would not stop this hate speech thing. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I remain my humble self, Omolola Ibitoye. In order to watch more of my videos, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/Omolola Ibitoye. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really appreciate each one of you. Bye.